Hi. Welcome to History Unveiled. History is full of amazing people, and we all know nothing about them. In this video we will try to discuss the most intellectual people in the world who ever lived. William James Sidis. Born in Boston in 1898, William James Sidis made the headlines in the early 20th century as a child prodigy with an amazing intellect. His IQ was estimated to be 50 to 100 points higher than Albert Einstein's. He could read the New York Times before he was 2. At age 6, his language repertoire included English, Latin, French, German, Russian, Hebrew, Turkish and Armenian. At age 11, he entered Harvard University as one of the youngest students in the school's history. But as an adult, he purposefully faded into the shadows, avoiding the public scrutiny that followed him through his early years. Sidis' parents were pretty smart, too. His father, Boris, was a famous psychologist, and his mother, Sarah, was a doctor. They were described as pushy and aggressive. They believed that you could become a genius. His mother spent the family's savings on books, maps, and other learning tools to encourage their precocious son. One thing that was very unusual about Sidis compared to other child prodigies is that very few prodigies have multiple abilities. As a young boy, Sidis invented his own language and wrote French poetry, a novel, and a constitution for a utopia. Sidis was accepted to Harvard at age 9, but the school wanted him to wait until he was 11. 5 years later, he graduated with laude. His Harvard days, however, were not full of happy memories. He had been made a laughing stock at Harvard. He admitted he had never kissed a girl. He was teased and chased, and it was just humiliating. And all he wanted was to be away from academia and be a regular working man. After a brief stint as a mathematics professor after graduation, Sidis went into hiding from public scrutiny, moving from city to city, job to job, often using an alias. All the while, he wrote a number of books, including a 1,200-page history of the United States and a book on streetcar transfer tickets, which he loved to collect. His books were never widely published, and he used at least 8 pseudonyms. We probably will never know how many books he published under false names. Sidis lived successfully out of the limelight until 1937, when the New Yorker magazine sent a female reporter to befriend him and gather information for an article on what had happened to the boy wonder. Sidis thought the article's description of him was humiliating and made him sound crazy. After the article was published, Sidis decided to come out of the woodwork and out of hiding, and sued the New Yorker. Sidis argued in court that the magazine had libeled him, and he won. Shortly afterward, in 1944, he died from a brain hemorrhage when he was 46. Despite his unhappy childhood and the media scrutiny he endured as a child prodigy, Wallace thinks Sidis led a happier life as an adult. People who knew him adored him. So I think he really went from being completely traumatized as a young boy to becoming a happy man. Thanks for watching. Do hit the like and subscribe button.